Judging by these last couple weeks alone, 2023 is quite a major year. Ridiculous. I'm cutting that out. I might keep it. So as the title implies, or absolutely clearly states, Creed 3 is the third Creed movie. Directed by Michael B. Jordan, it's actually his directorial debut. In this chapter of Adonis Creed's life, Adonis Creed is enjoying retirement, enjoying the fruits of his labor. He's absolutely earned it. Then an old friend from his past named Dame, played by Jonathan Majors, shows up. Dame was an up-and-coming boxer, went to prison, never got his shot, but now he wants that shot. Let the friendship, the bonding, the catching up, and the tension commence. Still gonna talk about him out the gate. Why? Because we just talked about Jonathan Majors as Kang. Also, in my Quantum Mania review, I said Jonathan Majors was great. I just wish the movie around him was better. Well, a week later, I got to see that. Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan have great chemistry together. Also, I love the fact that this movie really does make you empathize with Dame. Dude just wants the shot he never got. You totally see why Adonis Creed's like, I feel obligated to help him, which in turn lays the groundwork, and you feel the sense of obligation when things go bad. Now, there was a little bit of the, oh, why is Rocky not in this movie conversation a little while ago. After seeing the movie, absolutely, Rocky Balboa, the character, Sylvester Stallone, not in this movie. But after seeing the movie, I want to give the movie credit for that. Granted, in Rocky 3, when Rocky has to get his mojo back, you know, and he has to take out Clubber Lang, Apollo Creed helps him out. It would have been cool to see Rocky come in and help Adonis out. But for the character Creed in these Creed movies, that would have made it feel like he was still in Rocky's shadow. This is a movie that makes a clear statement without making the statement to the camera. I mean, just in terms of action and execution, makes a statement that Adonis Creed is his own man. The Creed movies are not in the shadow of the Rocky movies. They still mention the fight between Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed. After the fight's done, I'm pretty sure I heard that theme that plays at the end of Rocky fights. Reminds you that it's in the same world, absolutely, but I felt like Creed 3 made the biggest attempt and success at having Adonis Creed and the Creed movies feel like their own movies. And there were a couple of creative choices going into this movie. I was just thinking, okay, if this movie is even competently directed, Michael B. Jordan's fine. We'll see more from him. But there were a couple of moments where he aims to put his mark on the movies. One fight in particular where all the ambience goes down. You're just in the ring with the two of them. It was a cool moment where they were just in the zone. There was nothing else but them. There was no crowd, music, sound effects, cheering. I will say there are moments of pacing issues in this movie. I run into that feeling of things I wanted to know more about that I feel would have been interesting to elaborate on. I feel like the movie skips right by it. Maybe it's the grass is always greener on the other side kind of scenario where I'm like, well, because I didn't see that other stuff, I wish I did. But the movie would have been 4 hours, so I guess something has to give. And I'll be completely honest with you, I'm kind of having a hard time framing this. You know, like formulating a way to illustrate my point I'm about to say. I guess that's the point of it, is it's a very subjective preference for me rather than an objective critique on the film. For me, Adonis Creed's arc and his journey is most interesting when it's synonymous with his journey through the boxing world. The character drama and the boxing in relation to that character is very much interwoven. But for most of this movie, Adonis Creed's retired, so the boxing journey is actually Jonathan Majors' character. But the personal journey is with Adonis Creed's character, so there's a separation. Granted, all of it is leading to this big boxing match showdown at the end. And I suppose that's a byproduct of telling this story of Adonis Creed's life in this phase of Adonis Creed's life. I mean, he is retired, he's coasting, his career is kind of on cruise control. He's doing good. What problems could arise? Oh, hey, old friend that I feel responsible for and him going to prison. Yep, here we go. Feels like James T. Kirk when he was an admiral. It's like, but I liked you better as the captain. Just like that. Now, all my personal hero's journey, boxing journey, interwoven bullshit aside, the movie works. Because that's all you need to know is whether or not it works, whether or not the movie's a good time. Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors make sure of that. The chemistry between the actors, the tension between the characters, it is all there and it makes for a good time. It's a movie about taking chances, forgiving others as well as yourself. But it's also a movie about taking responsibility. I had myself a great time in Creed 3. No alcohol required. I will say this, last few months, I've been doing really good at working out, eating healthier. I need to do more. It's a fact. All right, so Creed 3, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. Everyone's talking to Adonis in this movie like they were talking to Rocky in the movie Rocky Balboa. Like, you're not as young as you used to be. We got to use your strengths. I was like, how the how fucking old am I? Scared me. Felt like I had to get my affairs in order, make out a will after I got out of the movie.